All
Hey,
right. Hey,
how's
how's
it
it
going?
going? Good, man. What's going on?
So how you doing there, all right?
Very well, thanks, mate. Yeah, yeah. Just getting
Oh,
geared up for Sunday.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna
Excited,
be
very
great.
excited. I'm really looking forward to having a play myself as well as seeing all these great acts that you've organised.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really good,
So
hopefully.
thank you, by the way, from the bottom of my heart for organising all this. It's no mean feat getting all this together, man,
No,
and
no,
in a pretty short amount of time, really, too. So you've done really well.
no, thank you. Yeah, no, I mean,
Getting our music extended musical families, on board,
yeah,
and even a ring in like Jeff Atchison, who we both admire a lot, and is he's a huge presence in the Melbourne music scene. So
yeah,
that was a really good score, getting Jeff on board as well.
yeah. That's why I thought I'd reach out to you because I know, like, you've been a fan for a while, and we had
Yeah, and I've interviewed
us.
him before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
so he knows me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
I'm rapt that he wants to be part of it. That's amazing.
Mm. So I thought we might just quickly go through the bands, and we'll go and talk about the other stuff as well.
Sure, no problem.
Know who we got coming up. So let me just get my notes here. So first of
Okay.
all, we have Busted Up,
Yep. Yep.
featuring ourselves.
Ourselves. Yep. And the
And
wonderful Grant Canterbury on bass,
yes, Grant, and we have Hezzy.
Hazy on keys, and Zool on drums,
That's it.
and all great players. They're all amazing players and doing great stuff on their own. And it's just a great excuse to be able to get back together with them, isn't it?
Oh, it
And
is.
have a play because it's been a while. But good to see the guys are all active and doing stuff. Especially Grant. Grant's in numerous bands playing his
Yeah,
butt off every weekend.
that's right. It's playing everywhere.
I mean, yeah, yeah. But I mean, so the other guys are busy too doing stuff, which is really good.
Yeah. So we're doing four original songs from the album, which is
Yep,
of here,
yep. Excellent.
and we've got 15 of these CDs, and I think pretty much all of them are gone already. So
Oh, that's great.
pre-order the
Okay,
tickets, so get a copy of this. I might have a couple
fantastic.
left over because I know Mark Nolasco, like he's got pre-ordered. One BC's already got a copy, so we'll have one
Okay,
extra, I think. Yeah. So thanks, Mark.
great. Yeah, good job, Marky.
uh,
Excellent.
now let's go over to our next band. So then we have Chris and Jaron Natoli. Again, big part of
Yep.
your music growing up.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I've been playing with Mr. Blues for years and years, and with Chris and I, and then in the last sort of year of Mr. Blues, Jaron had always been doing his own thing. He's a songwriter in his own right and making his own EPs and albums and stuff. And we ended up getting him to play bass in Mr. Blues because the bass player couldn't make it to a gig, and Jaron ended up learning all the songs in like a day or something, or 2 days or something crazy.
Oh, well.
And then we just ended up using him, and it worked out great. So, but then things kind of dropped off a bit. Our drummer went interstate, and we just kind of let it sort of go by the wayside. So we haven't really been active for a couple of years. But and COVID happened, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But and they've been doing a lot of gigs together, which is fantastic. The father and son duo,
Yep.
playing lots of great gigs and recording and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, so they're doing some really good things. Jared's just a super talented kid, man.
Yeah,
As well as a musician, he makes his own film clips, and photography and all that kind of stuff. He's really creative on all aspects,
yeah,
and it really shows.
yeah. Great voice too.
Yeah, yeah.
You're really good.
So yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great to see them on the day. It's going to be awesome. See a
Yeah.
set from those guys.
And then after that, we have at three o'clock. We have the Zeke Turner Band. Now,
Yep.
I haven't really
So
seen these guys, so you can tell us about this.
okay, so Zeke's been going to NCAT in Preston since the beginning of the year and absolutely loving it. And that's at Northern College of the Arts and Technology, I believe it stands for. And he's doing music primarily there, and absolutely loving it. Made all these great musical connections, and they have to do performances like all the time. Every few weeks, they've pretty much been doing a performance of a nighttime, and we go down there and watch.
Yeah.
And they put little ensembles together, and they'll do it's sort of like what we're doing on Sunday. They might do maybe 2 to 4 songs each ensemble, and so he's he's played with all these guys. So he's just grabbed a few of the guys and gonna get them together and gonna do 4 songs.
Hmm.
So
That's good.
Yeah, should be really good. And it's been great watching his progress
Yeah.
throughout the year too, and all of them, watching them progress as musos. And Zeke's playing some at these performances. Sometimes he'll play drums, and sometimes he'll play bass on some songs.
Oh, well.
So it's been really good. It's really cool.
Yeah. And by the way, Zeke's your son, so people.
Sorry, yes, Zeke's my
That's right.
17-year-old. Yeah, I've seen everybody knows that they do.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's pretty much grown up through the music too, hasn't he? Like he's been playing since young.
Yeah, little kid. Yeah, I brainwashed him completely since a very young age. So he never stood a chance to not be into it.
Yep.
But he's totally obsessed. He makes me look like a lightweight these days.
Okay, so after Zeke, then we have the famous Hawk Lords featuring
Yes,
you and me, our second band.
yes, and yep, Damon Renfrey on drums, and our illustrious leader Sham won't be able to join us on the day because he's got something on. But he was the reason we started doing Hawk Lords in the first place. We were playing in Eclipse still. It was towards the end of the Eclipse days, and he tapped us and said, "Listen, would you guys be interested in doing this Hawkwind tribute with us?" And we said yes with Damon, and we rehearsed the hell out of those songs, didn't we? We got about there's a fair few songs too. I think we've got about 15, 20 songs up rehearsed, and we did a lot of rehearsals to only end up playing about 4 or 5 gigs at the most, wasn't it? I think I'd be lucky if it was even that many.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a couple of big ones though, like the Bell Street Rock. That first one at Bell Street Rock was massive.
That's huge, yeah.
And that was pretty cool for me to be able to play at Bell Street Rock at least once before I stopped having bands, because I'd been there at the Punter so many times, and it was cool to actually go. But you played with Eclipse there, hadn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
a few times. Yeah, we played the Foundry gig.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, the one at Parantown Hall. That was a big one. And I think we played a tiny little show at the Punters Club or something to pay back the recording that they did for us for the demo.
Yep.
And that was just a small gig, but that was fun. I think that was my head. I don't think we played any other gigs in that. Unfortunately, it's a shame we didn't play more.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll get this one. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we just have to get another one with Sham now, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because he's the one that started it all, so we need him back.
Yeah.
He's the Hawk Lord guru.
And again, for those who don't know, so Hawk Lords, we are a Hawkwind tribute band or cover band, playing songs by Hawkwind, which was a band from, when did they start? Do you remember?
They started late 60s, like very late 60s into the more in 70s though. You call it space rock, or prog rock, that sort of thing, stoner rock, whatever you want to call it.
It's psychedelic.
And Lemmy played bass in Hawkwind in the first couple of albums, and then went on to do Motorhead after that.
Yep. That's right.
And took the song Motorhead that he wrote in Hawkwind and took the name from it. And then they did a version of it as well. It was twice as fast as the original.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was good fun. And then after that, we have Eclipse version 2.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Incredible.
It sounded great. Yeah, we saw the rehearsal on Saturday and it was wild. So for those who don't know, it's our kids, the sons of Eclipse, or sons and daughters of Eclipse, playing our songs that we wrote in Eclipse, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 4 songs. 4 of the songs that we did, because we did a lot. We wrote a lot of songs, but 4 songs that they had that they picked. They handpicked. They wanted to play, and
You see that?
And they did a killer job. Yeah, got it. Looks great. that photo from the
Yeah. So that's the original clip. So there's Mark over there on the left, me on the right.
Yep.
So basically, this new version of Eclipse has Mark's son on drums.
Yep.
Cuz he's there in spirit.
Yep.
And Lisa, so her daughters singing.
Yep.
Darren was on drums, so his son Jack's playing bass. And then there's me, my daughter Ebony on guitar.
Yeah.
So,
and they're doing a spectacular job. They sound amazing.
Yeah. So no, that's really looking forward to that.
Yeah. First, Adam first asked him to do it for his 50th.
Yeah,
and they did a great job at that in the same room actually.
Yeah.
And it was killer watching them do that. And that's really the only time they've done it on stage, isn't it? There wasn't another one, was there?
Yeah, no, there was supposed to be. What was the other one?
Yeah, at Lisa's birthday.
Yep.
But we got COVID and had to pull the pin on it.
That's right. Yeah.
So it would be really cool to see him do it again.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And then after that, then we have Jeff Atchison, which we spoke about before.
Jeff Atchison, solo acoustic.
Yep, that's right.
you know, if you haven't seen Jeff Atchison play acoustic before, you're in for a treat. Because yeah, it's amazing. He's amazing to watch and listen to. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
with a band especially, but by himself, he's incredible too. Whole nother ball game, just him with his guitar. You know,
yeah. That's right.
so
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
yeah. So then after Jeff, we have a little break where we do our little raffle draws, which here I just want to talk about the raffles. People have been donating everything, just unbelievable. I'll go into more of the prizes soon, but yeah, that's going to be huge. And then to finish the day off, we have scapegoats to party on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
The band that you play with and that
Yes, that's right.
always rocking at Musicland quite regularly.
Yep.
Up the front, you know, not in the back room, but they fill out the front room.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is good, and they know how to party. They know how to bring it.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, that'd be really good.
So they're pretty much all the bands we have for Sundays. It's going to be huge.
That's plenty. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's going to be massive. Yeah,
Yeah,
for an afternoon, really. You know.
Yeah, that's right. So it's pretty much everyone's doing like 20 minutes each.
Mm.
You know, back to back, maybe 10 minutes in between, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Going around. So yeah, it's going to be really good. And there's going to be, like I said, heaps of prizes, giveaways.
Yeah.
It's going to be picks. Yeah, there's heaps going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtesy of Custom Guitar Picks.
Yes, that's it. Now, I just want to talk about you and me for a second. So,
sure, yeah.
We go way, way back to now. When did you first move to Greenwood High School? Was it 87?
It was 1986. 86.
86, yeah.
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 So, yeah, we were in music class together.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing you and the guys jamming in the room, and I wanted to get in there where the musos were. That's where I wanted to be hanging out. And I was finally able to get in there. I remember knocking on the door and asking if I could come in. And I think you said, "Can you sing?" And I went, "Yeah." Like, I didn't know if I actually could. I just so he said, "All right, come in." And and then I started rehearsing with you guys, and we did that very first show at for the one of the lunchtime gigs that we used to put on as part of our performance.
Say hello to everybody. I want you to say hello, Sully.
So that's 37 years ago.
Yeah, wow, man. That's amazing.
I know.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It's like it was just yesterday. I'm remembering back to the music room there at Greenwood High School, you know. And if you go back there and have a look, it hasn't really changed much. It looks pretty similar, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Not like it's had a total refurb or anything.
No.
But no, it was some good times had there in the music room there at Greenwood.
Oh yeah.
And on the stages, like the what I got from playing those gigs was invaluable. It was the experience that I gained. You know, that people would take years to get that kind of experience playing in bands as a grown up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The fact that we could do that was just fantastic. You know, we learned so much from playing those shows.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I used to love it too. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Yeah, so pretty much after Greenwood, like we kept going. So we had Eclipse, and then you joined Eclipse in what, 1990?
Yeah. That sounds about right. After
Yeah,
you guys got back from the States, yeah.
You got the poster in the background. We've got the same one up here.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Thanks, Cuz.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Good job, man.
And then from there we did just the two of us, our little duo we had.
Oh, Hawk Lords as well.
Yeah, Hawk Lords. Yeah. And then
just the two of us.
Just two of us, and then we had Bus. Actually, talking about just the two of us, we had Pot of Gold and New Faces. So we had a few TV appearances.
And Eclipse went on New Faces before that too.
Yeah, that's right.
Although we didn't win anything, we got beaten by
Human Nature.
Human Nature. Yeah, before they were big.
Yeah.
They won the show, didn't they? And we got
Sure.
nothing, but it was still a good experience to go on TV and play our song.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
was cool.
And then we had Busted Up.
Yeah,
So it's like over the last 37 years,
I know.
we've had a lot going on, which has been really good.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I'm glad we were able to keep coming back and crossing paths so many times. I've spent a lot of time on stage with you, man. It's been amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I've loved being able to play with you. I actually felt from playing with you for so long, when I wasn't playing with you after that, it felt weird. I was so used to being looking over and seeing you there and being able, working off you. Like it was hard to get used to not having you there when you weren't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, now can we just go into to talk about like why this is all happening and what's happened with you?
Absolutely, of course. So about a year ago, it's been right on about a year ago. I had COVID. Like we were talking about for Lisa Astor's birthday. That was the first. I've only had COVID once, and that was it. And then straight after I had COVID, like I stayed at home for a week. I went to drive. I think I was driving to Plenty Valley FM to do my show, and I noticed my vision was a bit funny. Something wasn't right. I kept checking my glasses, and I discovered that I had double vision. It wasn't like too bad, but it was bad enough, that I would find myself having to close one eye to be able to see things properly. And I eventually went to the optometrist, and they were able to make me some glasses. So if I put the glasses on, with prism lenses in them, it would fix it. So it was only bad if I took them off. So I kind of didn't worry too much about it. But I eventually went to an ophthalmologist, a proper eye doctor, and I told him the story, and he said, "Let's get an MRI on you, because I don't like the sound of it. Let's see what's going on in there, see if there's anything bad going on." And then we got the results back from the MRI, and he called me straight away, and he said, "Listen, we found something. We found there's like a tumor. There's a mass in there, right, kind of in the middle." So from there, he put me straight onto a neurologist at the Austin Hospital, and they took it from there. And then they ended up doing a biopsy on me. They went up through my nose, through my skull into the tumor to take a few samples out. And then I spent a week in hospital just because they had to go up through the nose. It was a bit, it was a bit full on. And then got the results back, and they determined, that it was actually cancer. And we had to deal with it from there. So then they've been planning the operation that I ended up having in April this year, which was to go in through here. They went in here, cut a little hole in my skull, went in there and cut as much of the tumor out as they could without getting too close to the brain, because it's right in amongst my left eye and sort of entangled in there, and right up along my temporal lobe and my brain stem and stuff. So they couldn't get too close to that stuff, otherwise, catastrophe. So they had to not get too close. So that's why they managed to get 70 to 80% of it out, but there's still a decent amount in there, especially around the important bits that has to come out. That they can't just leave it, because it's going to continue to grow, and it's not good. So my oncologist wants to send me over to Boston to get specific radiation therapy called proton therapy, which is really super targeted. That will be able to go in there and zap the bits of it without killing stuff around it, without damaging my brain or my eyes, hopefully. But that's the best shot I've got of it, is getting proton therapy, which is coming to Australia. It's coming to the Bragg Centre in Adelaide. They're building that right now, but it's not going to be ready in time for me. It's going to take way too long before to save me. So that's why he wants to send me over to Boston for this. I think Mass General is the hospital in Boston. That's the one that's, they've been doing this for a long time, and they've got it down to a fine art. And people come from all around the world to go to this hospital to get it done. They've got an international, section, and a liaison person for all that stuff that can handle it and all that. So it's a pretty well-run machine. So that's the plan. I'm just waiting to find out finer details of when we're actually going and all that sort of stuff, and trying to organize all that, passports and But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be sooner rather than later. Well, I mean, my oncologist wants to get it done as soon as possible,
Yeah.
but the longer it takes, the colder it's going to get in Boston because it snows in Boston.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be there in winter. So even like, now would have been great because it's, the tail end of summer for them, but or the last month of summer. But yeah, it's looking like it's not going to be anywhere even before the, middle of September, I reckon, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
So just because of how long it takes to get things organized,
Yeah.
So but fingers crossed that we get there sooner
Yeah.
because I don't want to be there in the snow, man. It's
No.
gonna be cold.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to seeing Boston. I reckon it'll be cool. I've never been to Boston. Obviously, I was born in the States, born in Chicago, and I've been to the West Coast and stuff like that. But I've never actually been to the East Coast really. I went to Maine once, hung out in Maine. That was really cool, which is a couple of hours away from Boston, but never been to Boston itself.
So is it like a waiting list or something, or is it like whenever you got it ready, you're over there?
I'm not even sure, to be honest. Like I'm kind of leaving it in the hands of my oncologist to organize that stuff, but I feel a little bit helpless. I'd like to be able to be a bit more proactive and do things if I can. I even sent him an email today saying, what can I do to help? Like I feel bad just sitting around waiting for the phone to ring or something, I mean, all the paperwork about the medical procedures and stuff, he has to handle all that. But even if I could call up the hospital and try to organize that kind of stuff or something, I don't know. But yeah, I know. I wish I knew more. I wish I could do more.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon we'll start getting some answers about when it's going to happen and stuff. And yeah, hopefully it's not too much of a long wait list there, because that's another thing too. I hope it's not a 6-month wait list or something.
Yeah.
But if there is, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll just have to wait.
So have they said anything like, if you have to wait, is it getting worse or anything, or like?
Well, luckily it's a fairly slow growing one. Like I'm very fortunate that it's not a super fast growing or spreading thing. It's not spreading out anywhere else or anything at the moment, which is great. It's contained in my head, in the space that it's in, So yeah, that's a good thing. It's considered like category 1 or 2 down the scale. You know what I mean? It's not like super high risk, super fast growing and all that kind of stuff, whereas because a lot of cancers can be really bad and fast spreading and all that sort of stuff. So I'm lucky in that respect. It's I forget the exact title.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But it's something that you want out anyway.
Yeah. So at least I got most of it out with surgery, but we got to get the rest out with radiation. It's the only way.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this is gonna make a big difference to help me to get there and do all the stuff we got to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Now, just talking about our time, overseas, and you spoke before, and I spoke a bit about Chris as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to share something with you here.
Hey, Chris.
This is Chris that we went to school with in America. He's just got a little message for you.
Hey, Mark, just wanted to pass along a message to you that you already know. You've got a lot of people in your corner supporting you, and Iz and I are just 2 more to that list that are, from afar away, but we're all supporting you. So get back here to the United States, get that treatment, beat this thing once and for all. So get better so we can rock on.
How awesome. That's grouse. Thanks, man.
That's all right. Yeah. So,
brother Chris. Because Chris Lowe was an exchange student who came and lived with Adam for a year in at 87, was it?
88.
88. So he went to high school with us all for a year, and we loved him, and he was such a great guy. And we've all been friends ever since. He's like part of the family, isn't he? He's great.
That's right.
He was great. He was great fun, man. And he played at the school concerts with us and everything because he was in music with us because he was a keyboard player, and it was great.
Yeah.
We had so much fun with Chris. He was awesome.
Oh yeah. Now another thing that we all had in common was our love for Van Halen. Now that's something we've had over the years, since high school, I'd say.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And that's why we've got this a book here, which I know you've got a copy of as well. That Steve finally sent over to you for free, which is amazing.
Yeah, I was so wrapped. I was knocked out. It's such a great book, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So,
wow.
So Steve's got a little video for you as well.
Oh, cool.
So this is Steve that
awesome.
spent a little time with Eddie Van Halen from like 78 to whenever it was, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. How are you, man? How you doing, buddy? Wanted to say hello. I hope you're digging the book. Listen, man, I want you to check in with me and give me updates, reviews on the book, man, as you get through it. I would really love to hear your thoughts about it and all of that stuff, man. Adam was telling me you're a longtime rock and roll guy, man, and you've been involved in the music business. I think that's fantastic, man. Your legacy remains. Look, I know you're going through some tough things, man. I know you'll soldier through all of this, man, and come out the other side stronger, bigger, better person. And yeah, man. So it's very warm here today. I'm in Lake Forest, California, just about 20 minutes from Disneyland. It's getting a little warm. And yeah, man, just sending out books and, trying to take care of business. But most importantly, man, I wanted to check in on you and say hello. So you take care of yourself, okay, man? Stand tall and be tough, okay, man? Be tough. So keep me posted, and we'll talk to you soon, brother. Bye, bud.
Ah, that's so cool. Thank you for organizing that. That's really special.
No problem at all.
How awesome.
Yeah.
That's wonderful that you took the time. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I will. I'll give him updates as I'm reading it and tell him what I think. That's really cool.
Yeah, that'd be good. So, I mean, hopefully,
That's special.
take the book over with you. And
Yeah.
I know it's a heavy one, but it's,
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good thing though. That's a good problem to have.
yeah, that's right.
How cool, man.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully everyone can make it down Sunday. It's going to be
Yeah. Please come down,
Lots-
everybody. It's going to be so much fun.
lots of prizes and
Yeah.
great
It's just-
prizes too.
Yeah. It's just good that an excuse to be able to get together. You know what I mean? I mean, even though it's for a great cause,
Yep.
but just the fact that we can all get together is great. You know,
Yep.
I'm looking forward to just seeing everybody.
Yeah,
So, I can't wait.
yeah. Well, thanks for being on here with me. And
No worries. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for all your hard work. I really appreciate it, man.
so again, thank you to Musicland. They've been incredible for
Yeah.
this. Kathy and Nick down there, everyone, Tyrone, George.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love Musicland. It's such a great venue, man.
Yeah.
It's a really cool place. To go as a punter or to play as a performer too. You know,
Yep.
both ways. It's a great place.
No, it is. Yeah, it's the number one, I reckon, music club around.
Yeah, and it's great that it's not too far from us. You know,
Yeah,
it's close enough that it's not 2 hours away or something.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, Adam.
No worries. Well, thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
No worries, man. Looking forward to it.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, brother. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.